And a good day to you, students. This is Mr. Burns once again, taking another look at Fort Snelling. The picture you see before you is Hosea Snelling. He was the colonel that was at the fort when it was built. So construction really took off on the fort from 1820 to its completion in 1825. The fort is made out of limestone. Originally, as it was being built, it was called Fort St. Anthony, but when General Winfield Scott visited, he was so impressed by Snelling's construction that he had the name of the fort changed to Fort Snelling. Here we take a look at the famous walls of the fort. Fort Snelling occupied such a powerful position on the top of this bluff. It would be really tough to get to it, that the fort didn't really need walls, but Snelling loved them, and there was plenty of limestone and nearby quarries, and so limestone blocks were cut and the fort was built. The fort had changed many times as it was torn apart and reconstructed. Today there are only 4 original buildings that remain on the site, and again, that was because as the military's needs changed, the shape and the construction of the fort also changed. Here is one of the original buildings. It's called the Round Tower. Over the years of its life, it served many different kinds of purposes. If you take a look at those slits in the walls, those are rifle ports. So in this picture, the rifle ports are facing inside to the parade grounds of the fort. They also face outward. The reason Snelling put them on the inside is he feared that in the worst case scenario, the enemy could get inside the fort, and maybe this is a place where the troops would fall back as a last line of defense. The Round Tower was the first building on the fort to get electricity, and that's because it was for a time the home of the first electrician that was employed at Fort Snelling. So that's just a little bit about one of the buildings that we'll be exploring at Fort Snelling.